Hello students, in this lecture I will be discussing with you about voltage to current converter using op amps, or in short it is called V to I converter. Now this voltage to current converter is basically of two types. This is one of one of the best applications of op amp, and it is of two types. This converter can work with floating load and the second one is grounded load. So first we will be discussing about VI converter using floating load. So this will be the circuit. The circuit will look like this. Here is the op amp. So input is applied as V in at the non-inverting terminal, and between these two terminals it is VID, the difference voltage, the inverting and non-inverting both terminals. At the inverting terminal, the two resistances, one is connected with the output, which is RL. This RL is the is connected with the output and between the inverting terminal, and this node voltage is denoted by VF, and the other resistance is R1, which is connected to ground from the inverting terminal, and IB, the input bias current through this into the op amp, is equal to 0, the input bias current, and the output current is denoted by IO. Let it be small IO. This is output current, and through R1 the IO will be flowing in this direction. It will be flowing through RL and then into the node VF and then through R1 to be gone into the ground. So this is IO. So this is the direction of output current that is flowing from the output into the ground. Now this is the basic circuit using op amp, the VI converter, in which RL is called the load resistor, which is a floating load, and the meaning of floating load is load resistor. This is floating. Floating means it is not connected to ground. Not connected to ground, as you can understand from the figure that it is connected between the node which is having voltage VF and the output voltage VO. It is connected between these two nodes. So at neither end of RL is connected with the ground. So hence it is called floating load. Now the input voltage is applied to the non-inverting input terminal as shown in the diagram, and the feedback voltage across R1, feedback voltage across R1 is measured as VF. Across R1 it is measured with respect to ground. This node voltage is having the feedback voltage VF, which drives the inverting input terminal that is connected with the inverting input terminal. This circuit is also called current series negative feedback. So this is the topology that is used for negative feedback is current series feedback, that is from the output. Since it is V to I converter, voltage to current converter, output will be a current, and that current is taken as the taken through the feedback path and tapped from the output. So current is tapped means it is current and connected in series with the input. So therefore it is current series negative feedback. and that is being used here. The feedback voltage across R1, which is Vf, applied to the inverting terminal depends on the output current I/O and is in series with the input difference voltage VID. So I repeat that this voltage Vf is because of the output current I/O, hence it is current, and this Vf is connected in series with the difference voltage VID at the two inputs, therefore it is current series negative feedback. Now we know from Kirchhoff's voltage equation for the input loop, if we apply Kirchhoff's voltage equation at this place here, using Vin, VID and Vf at the input side of the op amp, we may write by KVL Vin is equal to VID plus Vf. Okay, so that means the input the input difference voltage and the feedback voltage that will make up the external output voltage Vin as per the rules we know from the negative feedback. The external applied voltage is equal to the feedback voltage and the input voltage to the amplifier, and the input voltage to the amplifier is VID, and if Vf is feedback voltage, summation of the two is equal to the voltage applied from the external side. Now we know since it is inverting mode of operation, therefore by concept of virtual ground, and since A is very large also, if the load voltage if the external voltage Vin is not connected at the non-inverting input, then by the concept of virtual ground, and since A is very large for any op amp, therefore we can write that VID is approximately to 0 volt. That means the difference of the two voltage, that means that is V1 minus V2 approximately to 0 volt. So then only we can say that VID is approximately to 0. That means V1 is approximately equal to V2, the voltage at the two input terminals of the op amp. This can be shown. So if this is so, because of high voltage gain at the and high input impedance also for the op amp, so therefore from this equation, if VID is 0, we can write Vin is equal to Vf. Now since Vin is equal to Vf, that means the Vf is nothing but R1 into I/O. Therefore I/O is given by Vin divided by R1. So it means that in this circuit, an input voltage Vin is converted into an output current Vin by R1, which is equal to I/O. So an input voltage Vin which appears across R1, since Vin is equal to Vf, that means in the circuit Vf is what? It is the voltage across R1. So if Vf is equal to Vin, as because VID is 0, so that means Vf is equal to Vin, that means Vin is applied across R1 with respect to ground. And if this is so, that the input voltage Vin which is appearing across R1, and if R1 is a precision resistor in that of very high accuracy value, the output current will be precisely fixed, given by Vin by R1. That means this node voltage is Vin by R1 is I/O. This is I/O flowing through R1. So the voltage to current converter can be used in such applications as low voltage DC and AC voltmeters. So applications will be, so this is the working equation for VI converter using floating load. It's used for, it can be used for applications where low voltage DC and AC voltmeter, low voltage DC and AC voltmeter, diode match finders, diode match finders. Number 3, LEDs, use of LEDs, and Zener diode tester. Zener diode tester. For Zener diode testing purpose it is used. One thing I need to correct, that this mode of operation is not inverting mode of operation, it is actually non-inverting mode of operation, because Vin is applied at the non-inverting terminal. So this is voltage to current converter using floating load. Now let us move on to voltage to current converter with grounded load. This is another version of VI converter, and the diagram can be look like this. It is just a little bit more complicated than the previous one. Now in this circuit, one terminal of the load is grounded, and that's why it is grounded load configuration. Grounded load. You can see that this is the load, one terminal of it is grounded, and load current is controlled by an input voltage, and this is IL, the load current that is flowing through the load into the ground from this node V1. It is controlled by this input voltage Vin, which is connected to the non-inverting terminal. The analysis of this circuit can be done by first determining the voltage V1 at the non-inverting input terminal. That means we will be determining this particular voltage V1. And then we will establish the relationship between V1 and the load current. That means this I1 that is being flown because of Vin. As a result of that, V1 will be established at this node, and this V1 will be used to represent this IL, or to get familiar with this IL, we need the voltage V1 at the non-inverting input terminal. So with respect to V1, we will be finding the load current I1, because of V1 the current will flow through this load into the ground. Now if we apply KCL at node V1, so by KCL at node with voltage V1, we may find that I1 plus I2, that is equal to IL. So because at V1 I1 and I2 is the incoming current from the both sides, and this current IB equal to 0, which is outgoing input bias current because of general nature or ideal nature of op-amp. So therefore we can say I1 plus I2 is equal to this current only, because this other side current is approximately 0. So these two currents are being added up at V1 and flowing through this load as IL. So by KCL we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to IL. Now what is I1? V in minus V1 by R. So write V in minus V1 by R. And what is I2? I2 is VO minus V1 divided by same R, this one. Okay, that is equal to IL. Now from here we may write V in plus VO minus 2V1, that is RIL, and therefore if we find V1 from here, this is nothing but V in plus VO minus RIL divided by 2. Okay, and at the inverting terminal, from the feedback side, from the output side, through R and another R, two resistances are connected in parallel to be connected in ground, and with a potential divider type of circuit, type of configuration, it is connected in tapping from in between, it is connected to the inverting terminal. Now we have found this V1. Now since this op-amp is connected to the non-inverting terminal, that is, it is working in non-inverting mode, as Vin is connected to the non-inverting terminal, the gain of the circuit in this figure is, we know for non-inverting operation, gain is non-inverting mode, it is 1 plus AF is 1 plus RF by R1. So here in this case RF is this R and R1 is this R. This is R1, which is R, and this is RF, which is also R. RF is connected between output and input, and R1 is connected between input and the resistance itself, the source itself. So both is R, RF and R1 both is R, therefore this is 1 plus R by R, and that is equal to 2. So therefore the output voltage is given by VO AF into Vin. That means it is rather not Vin, V1. Okay, because this voltage is actually V1, so V1 is the input voltage, so gain into input voltage is the output voltage, and AF is 2, so this is VO, means it is 2V1. So this is the relation. So therefore if we substitute V1 from here in this, so therefore we may write VO is equal to 2 into Vin plus VO minus RIL divided by 2. 2 cancels out, so therefore VO is equal to Vin plus VO minus RIL. Okay, so here VO cancels out, Vin is equal to minus Vin is equal to RIL. So therefore IL is given by V in by R. So this is the current operating equation for voltage to current converter in grounded load condition, and it means that from this equation that the load current depends on the input voltage Vin. This is the load current IL, and it is dependent on the input voltage Vin and resistor R, which is being used in this circuit. And we should be noticing that all resistors must be of equal value in this case. That is important, and that value is this much, which is R, that is used here. The voltage to current converter of this configuration with grounded load may also be used in testing such devices like Zeners and LEDs. So here also the use of Zener tester, they are used in Zener tester, and LEDs forming ground load, and the grounded load, for grounded load LEDs are used. LEDs are used, but the circuit will perform satisfactorily provided the load size is less than equal to R. So for better performance, load size is less than equal to R is needed for better performance. So this is all about the voltage to current converter. Our next topic of discussion is current to voltage converter, just the reverse process of this converter, what we have just discussed just now. Current to voltage converter, that is, in short, it is called I to V converter, and this current to voltage converter is a special case of inverting amplifier. So this is a special application of inverting amplifier. This is a special application, and here the input current is converted into proportional output voltage. So hence it is called current is converted to output voltage. So this is the conversion, proportionality conversion. That's why it is called I to V converter or current to voltage converter. The most common uses of current to voltage converter is DACs, that is digital to analog circuits. These are the uses or applications, DAC circuits. And in sensing current through photodetectors, they are used in photodetectors like photocells, photodiodes, PV cells, means photovoltaic cells, etc. They are used. And photosensitive devices produce a current that is proportional to an incident radiant energy or light, and therefore can be used to detect the light. That means we need to discuss about a little bit about photosensitive devices that produces the current that is proportional to incident radiation energy or radiant energy in terms of light, which should be used for light detection purpose. Now let us discuss the circuit of current to voltage converter. So now let us draw the circuit for current to voltage converter. here the non-inverting terminal is directly connected to ground, so therefore this V1 is 0. Suppose this is V1 and IB1 is approximately 0, the input bias current. RF is connected as feedback resistor and RL is the load resistance. VO is nothing but minus I in into RF, and this node voltage is V2. I in is flowing through RF, the input current, and the current into the inverting input terminal is IB2, which is approximately 0. So therefore the full I in will be coming from this region, from the left side. So this is inverting mode of operation, and at the left side of this circuit, which is not required to be shown, V in is connected, which is driving or inducting the current I in into the circuit. So therefore we can write V in is equal to R1 into I in, or I in is equal to V in by R1. This is one equation. And also here we know that the gain of this non-inverting amplifier is minus RF by R1, VO by V in. So we can write in this fashion this equation. Now since V1 is 0, which is directly connected to ground, at the non-inverting terminal it is grounded, and because of virtual ground V1 and V2 is equal, so that means V2 is also 0, therefore V2 is also 0. So we can say V in minus 0 divided by R1 is I in. So I in is nothing but V in by R1. Okay, and from this circuit this voltage is 0 and this voltage is VO. So 0 minus VO by RF is I in. So we can write also I in equal to 0 minus VO by RF. So that is equal to minus VO by RF. Okay. So these two are same. So from here we may write using this equation that VO is equal to minus I in RF. So this is the working equation of current to voltage converter. So it means that if we replace the V in and R1 combination by a current source I in, that means at this part the V in is connected at the left side, which is not shown here, and R1, combining this V in and R1, if we replace by a current source I in at this point, which is driving the current into this circuit, then we can say that means which is driving the input current I in into the circuit of op amp, then the output voltage VO becomes proportional to this input current I in, and in other words the circuit will convert the input current into a proportional output voltage. So that means VO will be proportional output voltage converted from I in, converted from input current I in. Okay, so hence it is called current to voltage converter. So this is all about the voltage to current and current to voltage converter. Thank you.